So we're starting the daily drama back over, but I've adjusted the scenario a bit more. I've added in, starting with a little bit of silver and wood. I bumped up the colonists. We start with 6 instead of 5, so I can make sure that I get like a good grower and a good researcher, and just I still have 4 people left over for other stuff. And bumped up the meals a little bit to compensate. I think I bumped up components a tad, and then the weapons 4 of each. I don't know, just generally starting with a little more stuff. The incidents, I've spaced them out a bit. I've generally just slowed it all down a little bit. It's still going to be pretty active with stuff, but because I've been playing on ×2 and ×3, it seemed like every single time I sat down to play the game, I had to sit through like 6 or 7 raids, which was, well, a little bit stressful, which is sort of the name of the game with this scenario, but not quite to that extent. If you're curious on the exact details, I will show you. If you're not wanting to know the exact timing for everything, then close your eyes or look away now. I'll tell you when you can look. For those of you who are curious, feel free to pause and look over. Pause and look over. Everybody can look now. So some of them slow down quite a lot, but I plan on going into the save file and editing the scenario a little bit more and making the raids a little more frequent, or ideally adding in another raid. Because again, I can't copy raids and have multiple of the same one in the scenario editor, but in the save file, I think I can. Somebody told me I could, somebody else told me I can't. I don't know. We'll stick with Randy, because why not? But I'm going to put him on, I'm thinking just Savage. Not Merciless, because that's basically extreme, and it got to be a little too much, so we'll try Savage. And we're doing the reload anytime mode. Again, we're doing the sort of honor system type thing called Bronze Man, I suppose people call it. But I need to save for recording purposes, but I won't be reloading when something bad happens. Whatever happens, happens, yada yada yada. Basically Iron Man. The world seed is 0118999. 100% of a world, the coordinates are 31.90 degrees north by 104.41 degrees west. And we are playing on a 275 by 275 map. If you'd like to look over the colonist stats, feel free to pause and look over, but I brought back Gosu from last time because they had a very short run. We also have Ranzir, Dark Fiber IRU, Shabby, Nadia, and Broken Olive. Nadia and Gosu, I think, are married. Yeah, and then Shabby is an ex, I think, of Gosu. Yeah. So there's that. I've got bedrooms queued up here out of steel. I'm going to mine out a little bit of this, because I'm going with what I used to have a long while ago, and that is just the small bedrooms are connected to a back hallway. You keep the back hallway at a cool temperature and you vent through. It works best for climates like this, especially with small bedrooms, because you know, having a cooler and a heater in the rooms, it affects the room stats a bit, and it's difficult venting across multiple rooms. So I'd have to every other put cooler and heater, and it's a bit of a pain in the ass. This is just a lot easier. It takes a little more time, but it'll do okay. Eventually we get freezer set up. I suppose I can resume this. Here's the work schedule. Make sure everybody equips the weapons that they're supposed to. Looks good. My ass. My ass. Freezer up here eventually. And then the kitchen / dining, and then a butcher in the back. I'll have the door held open, but I have wood doors for the interconnect here because they don't really need to be steel, and they're the type of thing we go through it so many times it may as well be wood because it opens quickly. Eventually I plan on having a bridge to cross the mud. That'll make it easier to get to and from the growing zone, which is going to provide enough flat area for the wind turbine. I'd like to get another wind turbine somewhere in the back here, just in case attackers do take this one out, because it is toward the front of the colony, but that will come later on. Batteries, I'm not sure where to put, probably in this little mined out area once that's finished up. Storage area is currently made out of wood doors, wood walls, everything will go there though. It's more of a temporary thing for the time being, but I think what I'd like to do is set up concrete. 3, maybe I could go with 2 wide and surround it with that, as well as the growing zone. So we'll have basically just concrete around most / all of the buildings here. That'll sort of act as a fire stop, also a road, and furthermore prevent stuff from growing in front of the doors, which I suppose... you know what? Yeah, why not? Why not? Don't worry about it. Whoops. I was gonna forbid it. Alright, fine. We'll just do this for now. For the time being, just to prevent the crap from growing in front of it. And it'll act as a road later on. Work orders. As such, Dark Fiber, IRU, and Nadia are both night owls. So I have kind of a little bit of an overnight hunter if I want it, but an overnight researcher, that's interesting. I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but we'll see. I probably should just tell them to have everybody else's schedule for the time being and work on getting the colony set up first, and then give them their orders once I can actually, you know, give them a proper bedroom and stuff, but you know what, let's do that. Let's mostly just pound out the work, actually. Anything at the start and end of the day. We don't even have a horseshoe pencil, I'll just do cloud watching and walking, and it'll go quick. Gosu, I'm gonna have you finish mining this out down here. Please and thanks. I made sure to get a cool grower and a cool researcher at the very least, because those are 2 really important things to have. It allows me to plant pretty much everything I need. We got heel root going here, going for cycloid plant this time instead of smoke leaf, because why not? I kind of forget that this exists all the time. It is addictive, but since you can grow it, it's not too terrible to manage. We'll see. It does a little bit of pain management. I think 90% pain, 10% rest, and something else. Rice and corn, the basics. Okay. We'll get this bed. Well, you know what? Just move all the beds down there. And if you're wondering why I always build the beds just kind of out in the middle of nowhere, it's because that's where I'm doing the tree chopping. So the wood's right there for them, if anybody were doing tree chopping right now. But we actually had enough wood on hand to do all of this, so it wasn't really an issue. But since we do the wood chopping there, it's a really quick hauling job for the constructor. Just pound it all out, get it done. The stools and all that I'll probably also do there, but we'll see. Our married couple was Gosu and Nadia. Whoops. Okay, cool. And get the stone out of here. This stone doesn't matter quite as much. Yeah, okay. You have an awful bedroom, but at least you're sleeping together. We got the new colony optimism, so it's whatever. Shabby and Ranzier. I don't know why they choose beds outside. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, there's a bedroom here. Why? These will reserve for the prison. And yeah, not bad for a first day. I'm hoping to actually kind of get somewhere this time, so we actually sort of get into the series, because while it is daily drama and the point is for it to be a constant threat and a bit of a pain in the ass, it would certainly be nice to actually get somewhere. Broken Olive, finish this up, please. Turtle Pod sounds nearby. It's Smokely. Thanks, game, because I'm not planting any. Aw. Game, you're so good to me. I guess we can put chunks in there. And we'll just close off the back. Nice. And eventually, not necessarily now, we'll vent. And then we'll have a couple coolers and a couple heaters in there. And yeah. I can extend this for a pretty good long while if necessary. And I think I might because we can do the bridges now. So I can just like bridge over this and then build on top of it and everybody will be happy with it. Aw, yeah. Get the bridges built. I guess I can say to build this also. Let's extend mining. Yeah, that'll work definitely okay for a battery room. Absolutely big enough. Research is set for batteries. I just need the table for it. Which leads me to needing a small little workshop, which I'll do. Got all the hammering. Maybe up, it's a little small up here. But if I blow it out like that, maybe that'll be okay. Maybe. Just eventually mine that out. And we'll call that a workshop. Jesus Christ, guys. I like the bridges though. It's really, really handy to have because ordinarily all this mud you can't build on much. It's a real pain to work with. Yeah, you know what I'll do? Instead of hauling all that out and worrying about it, let's just do stone cut table. And I'll tell them to do, what rock is that? Limestone? Limestone first, and they'll figure it out. There. And we'll go with a hand tiller bench also. And crematorium could go in there. Like to space it out a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Aesthetics. Okay. And we'll be getting a light in there soon-ish. We're still missing wood? Yeah, all of our wood's going into the bridges. Okay. So chop wood, just go kind of crazy. Whoa. Go kind of crazy with it, really. It'd be nice to do the tiling for the floors here too. These are big enough that you can get a bedroom that has no mood offset for it. There's no positive or negative moodlet. If I go really fancy, I think I can squeeze out a decent bedroom, but I think that's as big as it can be with the size that it's got. A boom rat became tame. Great. Thanks. A shaman merchant. Hi, do you want a boom rat? Our social is Dark Fiber IRU. Yep, they do. Perfect. Tortoises. And an alpha beaver? Why would I want that? Get that out of here. Some plasteel smoke leaf joints. Gold. You know what? What was it? 50 and 20? That's too much. Alright. Well, I'd like to at least take the 50 plus deal. That's like all of my money. Ugh. For the, eventually the multi-analyzer. I guess I'll worry about it later. Pemmican? Nah. They don't really have anything. I'll sell the boom rat. Thanks for the 60 silver. I guess. Shabby and dark fiber are idle. Shabby, dark fiber. If you got really nothing else to do, I guess plant cut? You're like fucking terrible at it. Let's see here. That's a mostly grown poplar tree. This should give me like 19 wood. 18. Okay, I guess. Because is there like a harvested yield for tree chopping? I think so, right? Plant harvest yield. Okay. So maybe you don't do plant cutting because you're really terrible at this. No, you don't do that. Whatever. I can have you. You have a gun? Yeah. I guess I'll have you hunt. You're eventually going to be the researcher though. So like in a minute you'll be okay. We just need a little more wood. Okay. And I suppose I can unforbid that. But broken olive. Rancier's working on this. Okay, fine. As long as this gets done. Okay. So now we have somewhere free to research. Steel, going very well. Wood is still the problem though. Jesus, that got built fucking fast. Oh my god. Okay. Let's route power just right across. And can I waterproof conduit under the mud? No, only water. But why? Surely a waterproof conduit could fit underneath mud. I will. I need to bring it eventually down through here anyway, so just like through the crops. Let's go around the crops. Mm-hmm. One, two, three, four, five, six. It won't stretch for the air conditioning. All right, fine. Let's mine that out and feed the conduit up through. We can do that. They got nothing else to mine right now anyway. Which allows me to... do I need to enclose the batteries? Not really, right? Well, it's considered outside otherwise, isn't it? Oh my god. You made the shit out of this. An excellent wooden double bed with art. An engraving on this bed resembles a rough abstract shape. Almost every shape in the image seems to be horizontal. Cool. The circlet of suffering. Why not? Good job, I guess. Oh, and also here. That assigned to mining. Can we mine diagonally? No path. No path. No. Okay. Not as... And blight. You know what? You know what? Jeez. I'll handle it in the morning, I guess. The fuck, game? Electrical short, a blight right away. Come on. How are we doing with food? 9 meals. Alrighty. Let's work on all of this. We just need to feed the conduit around and up. Like so-ish, I guess. Centera Humanitarian Concord, Crooks Gorge, Minaltas, The Worth, Eggplant Town. Settlement by the Stone. There we go. So we're next to a mountain. Yeah, okay, there we go. Make sure we do the conduit also. Okay, and you need a stool. It's also unsightly in there, but I'll smooth the stone and all that later. It'll be fine. At the tailor bench, we go with dusters and toques. Until you have. Look everywhere for stuff in good quality, or health. I don't care about the quality though. Pause when satisfied. Let's go maintain 2, unpause when we're out. Use whatever you want, sure. But not unlimited. Keep it, you know, something somewhat local. 50 maybe? Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. And copy. Hey, that's the dumbest. Why would you? Okay, whatever. Make 2. Look everywhere as long as it's in good health. Pause when satisfied when we're out. And 50. Okay. So that's that. Stone cutting, we do... That's sculptor table. That's not exactly what I want. But I guess I need that at some point too. Stone cutter table. Yep, sure. Up there, I guess. Shut. Out of... any stone block, I guess. Just kind of forever. It's art, busy work. That'll be for Gosu when he's got nothing else to do. After growing. Well, no, fuck it. Growing's your super busy work. But suspend for now because I need some of that for defenses. Which I don't really know how to do yet. I think I'm gonna claim this also my territory, so we'll wall this off, bridge and wall that off, and then we'll have just a northern and southern defense type thing. I think is how I'll do it. A wild man. Well, hi. I don't really have anybody who's cool with animals, but well, yeah, I do. Plants, animals, social 1, construction 1. You're capable. You're healthy. Psychopath, slowpoke, gay. Psychopath, no empathy, suffering doesn't matter. Slowpoke, you move slowly, and gay is being gay. I don't know. I mean, another grower, maybe. You at least clean and haul. You can't really help defend too well, though, and that's the big thing. Melee 4. People were saying that I should take prisoners more because a colonist is a colonist, but that's not necessarily true when you're being attacked literally every day. Because if you have a lot of colonists, then you run into the trouble of the raid's scaling up a lot really quickly. It's weird how it gets rid of the conduit blueprint when they put down the steel wall.